Next week, in Emmerdale, Rhona Goskirk faces a critical warning as she grapples with the choice between her marriage and a long-lost romance. The conflicted vet finds herself at a crossroads, torn between her loyal husband and the rekindled feelings for a man from her past. As the pressure mounts, the question looms: whose heart is she prepared to shatter? Since the unexpected return of her former love earlier this year, it has been evident that unresolved emotions linger between them. Although Rhona had built a stable and loving life with her husband, she couldn't help but wonder how different her world might have been if her past relationship had not ended so abruptly. After discovering her ex had been involved in a brief affair, Rhona, heartbroken, vowed to concentrate on her marriage and firmly asked him to stay away. Despite her attempts to move forward, circumstances have repeatedly forced them into proximity, reigniting a chemistry that neither can ignore. Their undeniable connection has become increasingly noticeable to those around them, including her spouse, who has started to sense the growing tension. In the upcoming Monday episode, Rhona opens up to a close friend about her emotional turmoil, admitting she still harbors strong feelings for her former partner. A newly released clip reveals her friend offering candid advice, making it clear just how high the stakes are. She warns that Rhona's next steps will have far-reaching consequences for her entire family, urging her to be completely honest about her emotions and intentions. "I understand what it's like to realize your partner's heart may be elsewhere," her friend tells her. While Rhona insists that her love for her husband remains intact, she is encouraged to communicate openly and to carefully weigh every decision. "Be sure that whatever you choose is truly what you want," her friend cautions. "A single misstep now could cost you everything you've built." Rhona's expression falls as she comes to grips with the reality that acting on her lingering feelings could disrupt the lives of her husband and children. The return of her former flame presents a rare opportunity to explore a connection she once thought was lost, but she must decide whether pursuing it is worth endangering the stability and happiness she currently enjoys. Meanwhile, her husband grows increasingly exasperated as he witnesses his wife drifting closer to her old love. Frustration boiling over, he confronts her, demanding clarity about where her heart truly lies. The tension of this love triangle intensifies, leaving Rhona with an impossible choice: protect the family she has built, or follow the passion that has resurfaced from her past. Emmerdale ended tonight with a suspenseful cliffhanger, following a focused two-character episode featuring Paddy and Marlon. The final moments showed the pair discovering a key at an old farm, only to shrug it off and drive away without giving it a second thought. The camera then cut to a nearby storage facility, its number matching the one on the keyring. Unbeknownst to them, that very key could hold the solution to ending Moira's current ordeal. This evening's episode centered on a panicked Paddy, consumed by anxiety over an impending court appearance. Having confessed his involvement in a fatal accident, he feared for the safety of his family and the future of his career if he ends up behind bars. Marlon tried to ease his friend's tension, encouraging him to focus on a violent video game as a distraction. Yet, the two quickly discovered a more cathartic way to release their stress: trashing the old farm property with sledgehammers. "Wow, that's exactly what I needed. Who knew a bit of destruction could feel so liberating?" Paddy exclaimed after smashing furniture scattered across the yard. With Paddy's nerves calmed, Marlon then admitted his own emotional struggles, confessing that he often felt helpless as threats loomed over his family. He also revealed his insecurity about his wife potentially rekindling feelings for an old flame, given their recent closeness. The friends shared a heartfelt conversation, reinforcing that men can openly discuss their problems and lean on each other for support. As they prepared to leave, Marlon spotted a key on the ground and wondered if it might be of significance, though Paddy assumed it was just one of the many discarded locks littering the farm. When Marlon highlighted the keyring, labelled HSU 107, Paddy joked, "Ah yes, huge secret uncovered. Miss Marlon would be proud. This must unlock the entire mystery." In the closing seconds, the two reflected on all the pain the farm had caused for their loved ones, including Moira, who is currently imprisoned after being wrongfully accused. However, Paddy's offhand comment wasn't entirely a joke, as the next scene revealed the contents of Storage Unit 107. Inside were piles of evidence capable of proving Moira's innocence and clearing her name entirely. The question now lingers: will anyone connect the dots in time to rescue Moira from her unjust imprisonment, or has her only chance for freedom been overlooked once again? Jacob Gallagher made a daring move on Emmerdale as he finally challenged his boss, but an unexpected twist quickly followed. With the young medic standing his ground, questions arise about what consequences await him next. Over recent months, Jacob has been gaining experience at the hospital, but his ambitions to become a surgeon have faced numerous obstacles, particularly due to the strict and intimidating behavior of his superior. The latest episode opened with Jacob picking up some items from a local shop, while his co-worker noticed that he had seemed unwell earlier in the morning. Jacob admitted he was struggling with the demanding schedule, and his friend expressed genuine concern for him. She suggested that he take a break from his shift, but Jacob quickly reassured her, insisting he could handle it, before marching off to work in a foul mood that would only intensify. When he arrived at the hospital, a colleague jokingly warned him that their boss was looking for him, which turned out to be accurate. His superior asserted her authority by subtly putting him in his place and assigning him a menial cleaning task for the day. Jacob could barely conceal his frustration, explaining that he wanted to assist patients in critical situations rather than spend his time on chores. The boss responded that he was not yet prepared for such responsibilities and urged him to mature. Later, Jacob apologized to a patient for his role in a previous misdiagnosis and exchanged a few words with another hospital worker while leaving. Yet, his superior remained unimpressed, instructing him to maintain professionalism at all times. Jacob witnessed his boss harshly reprimanding an elderly patient who refused treatment, calling him stubborn. The young medic was visibly disturbed by the interaction, though his colleagues advised him not to interfere. Unable to ignore the situation, Jacob confronted his superior, criticizing her for being unnecessarily harsh. She revealed that the patient was her father and that he was living with dementia. The two shared an emotional conversation, with Jacob opening up about caring for his own grandfather. She explained that her path into medicine was inspired by her father's career and that she wanted to make him proud. As their discussion concluded, her demeanor softened, and she told Jacob to head home and prepare himself for a conference with a respected medical lecturer. After their heart-to-heart, it appeared that Jacob and his boss were on more amicable terms. But whether this newfound understanding will endure remains uncertain. After a few months away from the village, it has been confirmed that Chris Coggill will be returning to Emmerdale as the cunning Kev Townsend in the near future. Kev, who had previously been estranged from his partner, was last seen at the start of the year after narrowly escaping the menacing actions of Robert's half-brother, who had been causing chaos in the area for some time. Before making his getaway, Kev informed Aaron about the man's location, ensuring he avoided danger. During his previous storyline, he had also deceived others by claiming to have a serious illness, and it was revealed that he is the father of Lewis Barton. The actor had previously hinted at a comeback earlier this year, telling Radio Times, "I feel it's bound to happen. The audience really connected with Kev. He was mischievous and amusing, and there's an unusual, unspoken bond between him and Lewis that deserves to be explored more fully." Emmerdale continues to air on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is available to stream on ITVX, giving fans plenty of opportunities to catch up on the unfolding drama.